we had this special little child on November the 2nd. Prior to him being born, we knew that he had a congenital heart defect, but when he came into the world, which was quite a long labour, but eventually he came out via C-section, he raced into NICU, and we found out that he actually had a whole lot of other things wrong with him. One of the biggest problems was that he was sort of stopping breathing, and he was having problems having apneas, which was sort of stopping breathing, and also what they call TET spells, which is when the oxygen saturation drops right down. And so he, for the first few days, he was very, very unwell, and so we were in NICU in Auckland Hospital, and then we went through to Middlemore because they thought that his heart condition didn't need immediate attention. So we were in Middlemore for a couple of days, and he just started going downhill. Because the syndrome that we ended up finding out, so he was at about probably 3 weeks, we found out that he had charge syndrome, which is a combination of difficulties. One of them is the major heart condition, but also one of the problems with the syndrome is it sometimes stops, they have part of their brain that shuts down and stops breathing with the apneas, so they couldn't figure out whether they needed to do the heart surgery or not.
I can't remember if it was Matt or Kylie rang and said that they had something for us, and it was just yeah, just to receive something like that for us at Christmas time when our Christmas was spent in hospital was fantastic. Really, just to receive at a time when things weren't flash. It was really good, wasn't it? Yeah, like Kylie rang and just said look, coming home, and just amazed, just blown away by the kindness of what you guys. Things like that, you just kind of don't really think of it at the time. It just kind of, because everything else in your world's just going on to receive something like that. At that time, it's just something else you don't have to think about, you know? I just hadn't really thought about it. It was just, it's fantastic. So.
Yeah, I mean, you just live from day to day, you know? When your child's that sick, you just, it helps you build your strength when you know that other people are thinking of you, and you know, when you've only got one thing to focus on, it helps to know that people are behind you. I think also too, just it's the whole thought of what someone else has thought about thinking of you, or when the time was tough at that period, that it's not until you think about it afterwards which you reflect on. Yeah, you rang and went, there's this massive box of all this really yummy food.
That's right.
I was like, really? When are you coming in? Because he'd often come home, and you know, that was the hard thing too, is once I was staying on the ward with him, we couldn't stay together, and so for another 2 months, just about, Levi would come and go, you know, every day. He'd come from work in to see me there and then come home, but...
I remember, so I was boxing around there, it was like...
That was amazing.
Yeah, no, just to say that if we could ever be able, we're in a position where we can provide something like that for what we received from you guys last year. If we could, we'd happily do that again.
I'd love to give it to another family, even at Starship, because a number of families that we saw struggling in there who had would have had way less resources or access to, support than we did.